Beneath the beauty of national parks lies a mystery that chills the heart. Children who vanished without a trace. From dense forests to rugged mountains, these stories of 5 young souls lost in the vast wilderness beckon us to the unknown. Each disappearance leaves behind a puzzle pieced together through searches, theories, and the enduring hope of families. Join us as we delve into nature's quiet beauty and the stories of those who vanished, leaving behind haunting questions in the peaceful wilderness. A story of heartache and unresolved mystery unfolds in the vast expanse of Kakadu National Park, nestled in the Northern Territory of Australia. It's a tale that begins in 1986 under the enormous Australian sky, where the vibrant life of a young man named Norman Lawson intersects with the unforgiving forces of nature. Norman, a 16-year-old with dreams as vast as the landscapes he grew up in, carried the spirit of adventure and a deep connection to his indigenous roots. His family, particularly his sister Susan, saw in him a protector, a caring soul with aspirations beyond the confines of their nomadic upbringing. The Lawson siblings, including their brother Murray, shared a bond forged in the fires of life's trials, moving through the vast terrains of the Northern Territory, learning the ways of the land from their father, a proud man of the Iman people. Norman's life was a mosaic of ambition and cultural heritage. Despite his youth, he had already ventured into the world of entrepreneurship, starting a timber and fencing business with dreams of furthering his education to become a doctor or a lawyer. His goal was to give back to his community, to stand as a beacon of hope and assistance for those in need. In October 1986, Norman Lawson, age 16, embarked on a trip with 4 friends into Kakadu National Park, aiming to explore the remote area near Old Jim Jim Road, close to the South Alligator River. This location, celebrated for its stunning natural beauty, is also known for the presence of saltwater crocodiles, adding an element of danger to their adventure. However, this journey took a dire turn. Norman did not return like any other trip. The group had ventured into the wilderness, eager to experience the raw and untamed environment. But when it was time to head back, Norman was nowhere to be found. His disappearance in the vast and wild park became a long-standing, unresolved mystery. The days following Norman's disappearance were fraught with anguish and desperation. Susan, who was 17 at the time, grappled with the unbearable pain of loss. Upon realizing Norman did not return as expected, their father alerted the authorities, igniting a search that spanned 5 days. The family fought tirelessly for every resource, including helicopters to be deployed in the search for Norman, but to no avail. He was never found. Following Norman Lawson's vanishing in 1986 during a trip to Kakadu National Park, a cloud of speculation and mystery shrouded his disappearance. The official inquest 3 years later hinted at a possible crocodile attack as the cause, given the known dangers in the park. Susan's doubts opened the door to many other theories, each adding layers to the mystery. She wondered if foul play was involved, considering the peculiar circumstances surrounding his last known location and the company he was with. Norman's companions' lack of immediate action to report him missing raised questions. Could an altercation or disagreement have led to a tragic outcome? Furthermore, the notion that Norman might have intentionally disappeared was floated. Given his deep connection to the land and desire for a simpler life, some pondered if he chose to vanish, starting anew under an assumed identity. Another theory speculated about an accidental misstep or injury that left Norman unable to return, perhaps succumbing to the elements before help could reach him. The discussion of these theories, while providing no definitive answers, keeps the memory of Norman Lawson alive, turning his story into a tapestry woven with threads of speculation, hope, and the enduring mystery of his fate in the wilds of Kakadu National Park. The mystery of his disappearance lingers in the vast landscapes of Kakadu National Park, where Norman once roamed. The search for him has become a part of the park's lore, a sad reminder of nature's unpredictability and the fragility of life. For Susan, the quest for closure is intertwined with her love for her brother, a bond that not even time can erode. She carries the weight of this unresolved chapter, hoping for the day she can finally understand what happened on that fateful trip in 1986. On October 14, 2006, the serene landscape of Crater Lake National Park, nestled in the heart of southern Oregon, became the backdrop for a story that would etch itself into the annals of the park's mysterious history. Into this breathtaking but formidable setting stepped Sammy Bulkey, an 8-year-old boy with a passion for the outdoors and an adventurous spirit. Accompanied by his father, Kenneth, 48, the duo had set out to enjoy a day amidst the natural splendor of Crater Lake. Sammy, known for his lively personality and a touch of stubbornness, also had a mild form of autism, making him particularly sensitive to loud noises and bright lights, but also incredibly focused and curious about the world around him. The Bulkeys, hailing from Portland, Oregon, had navigated the complexities of a family life reshaped by divorce in 2005, but found common ground and joy in their shared love for the great outdoors. Sammy, with his short brown hair, brown eyes, and a smile that could light up the dense forests of Crater Lake, was dressed for adventure that day in a long-sleeved black and green t-shirt, cargo pants, a blue winter coat, and red suede slip-on shoes. As the sun descended on that fateful day near the Cleetwood Cove area, an innocent game of tag between father and son became the preamble of a mystery that would captivate and confound many for years to come. Little did they know, this day would mark the last time Sammy was seen, setting the stage for a disappearance that remains unsolved to this day. As the daylight waned over Crater Lake National Park on October 14, 2006, Sammy Bulkey's playful laughter echoed off the ancient volcanic rocks. This sound would soon vanish into the thickening silence of the evening. The game of tag, a simple moment of joy between father and son, took an unexpected turn when Sammy, fueled by curiosity and perhaps the sight of gleaming yellow rock, darted up a cinder slope into the dense woods of Cleetwood Cove. Kenneth, momentarily distracted by the beauty of the lake or perhaps the task of gathering their belongings, looked up to find his son's figure disappearing into the forest. Panic set in as he realized Sammy was not within sight. The boy, who had previously shown a knack for hide and seek, now seemed to have hidden too well or ventured too far. Sammy, with his mild autism, had always found comfort in small, enclosed spaces, making him an adept hider. However, this environment vastly differed from the familiar playgrounds and community centers. Crater Lake's vast wilderness, with its rugged terrain and thick underbrush, could disorient even the most experienced adventurers. Kenneth's initial search yielded no results, pushing him to alert the park authorities. What followed was an extensive search operation that mobilized over 200 personnel, including expert trackers, search dogs, and helicopters. They combed through 6 square miles of forest and volcanic rock, where nature overshadowed human efforts with its sheer scale and unpredictability. As days turned into weeks and weeks into months, no trace of Sammy was found. Not even the red suede shoes he wore that day, or the black and green t-shirt that should have stood out against the natural backdrop. Theories about his disappearance began circulating, ranging from the plausible to the outlandish. Some pondered if Sammy, in his exploration, might have stumbled upon a hidden crevice or fallen into one of the park's many steep ravines, becoming unreachable. Others whispered of Crater Lake's deep waters, suggesting he somehow made his way to the lake itself, a scenario fraught with danger given the cold temperatures and the legend of the Old Man of the Lake. Amidst the search and speculation, the spiritual beliefs of the native Klamath people about Crater Lake being a battleground for the spirits Skell and Lau added a layer of mystery. Could Sammy have encountered something beyond the ordinary that spirited him away from the physical world? This theory, while fantastical, resonated with those who knew the park's sacred and sometimes eerie atmosphere. Kenneth and the rest of the Bulkey family were left in a limbo of grief and unanswered questions. The pain of not knowing Sammy's fate was a heavy burden, compounded by the wild nature of Crater Lake, a place of beauty that had turned into a setting for their worst nightmare. Amid a vibrant summer on July 15, 2021, Jean Lafitte National Park, a sanctuary of natural beauty located just outside New Orleans, Louisiana, became the scene of an unfolding mystery that captured the hearts of the local community and beyond. Ellis Bodine, a spirited 4-year-old boy with nonverbal autism, ventured into the park with his family, looking forward to a day filled with exploration and the simple joys of childhood. Ellis, described by those who knew him as an energetic and loving child with a penchant for adventure, was particularly fond of Paw Patrol, a detail that painted a picture of innocence and wonder. His family, a tight-knit unit, cherished these moments in nature, seeing them as opportunities to bond and create lasting memories. On that fateful day, the Bodines, including Ellis's 3-year-old sibling, had no clue of the sorrow ahead. The park, known for its dense forests and meandering waterways, offered the perfect backdrop for a family outing. The lush landscape greeted them as they arrived, promising tranquility and beauty. However, as the afternoon unfolded, a momentary lapse transformed the day into every parent's nightmare. Ellis's mother, momentarily stepping away to retrieve an item from the car, was met with the sound of a splash. In an instant, the laughter and chatter gave way to silence, and Ellis was nowhere to be found. Panic ensued as Ellis's mother plunged into the water near the Twin Canals, desperately searching for her son. The water, usually a source of life and refreshment, became a tableau of fear and uncertainty. Despite her efforts, there was no sign of Ellis. In the days that followed, the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office and a dedicated team of divers, sonar experts, and cadaver dogs launched an extensive search for Ellis. The waters of the Twin Canals and the surrounding areas were scoured for any trace of the missing child. Yet despite these efforts and the technology at their disposal, the search yielded no clues or evidence of Ellis's whereabouts. The community, united in hope and concern, watched as the days turned into weeks and the mystery of Ellis's disappearance deepening. As autumn gave way to winter, the absence of active search efforts did not diminish the resolve of those who sought to keep Ellis's memory alive. A vigil, organized by members of the local community, was held at the park, a solemn gathering that served as a testament to the collective yearning for closure and the enduring spirit of a child lost too soon. The flicker of candles in the twilight served as beacons of hope, each flame a silent pledge to never forget Ellis Bodine. Amidst the shared sorrow, theories about what might have happened to Ellis circulated. The possibility that he had drowned was considered, given the circumstances of his disappearance. Yet without conclusive evidence, questions remain, fueling speculation and the ache for definitive answers. The community pondered, speculated, and mourned the mystery of Ellis's fate, becoming a poignant narrative of loss and longing. Ellis's family, heartbroken yet resilient, sought solace in their memories of a boy whose life was a mosaic of joy, challenge, and love. They remembered his laughter, energy, and enthusiastic embrace each day. In their quest for answers, they found strength in each other and in the support of a community that refused to let Ellis's story be forgotten. As the investigation continued, with the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office affirming its active status, the hope for resolution remained undimmed. The vigil, a symbol of collective grief and solidarity, underscored the community's commitment to finding the truth and uncovering the details of that July afternoon in Jean Lafitte National Park. The story of Ellis Bodine, a child of boundless spirit and potential, remains a narrative of unanswered questions and enduring love. It's a reminder of the fragility of life, the depth of a family's love, and the unyielding hope that someday the mystery of his disappearance will be solved, offering peace to those who hold him dear. In the heart of Kenya's sprawling wilderness, nestled within Tsavo National Park's vast landscapes, a tale of survival, hope, and miraculous discovery unfolds. This story begins with 4-year-old Ayub, whose adventure in the wild would captivate hearts and underscore the indomitable spirit of human resilience. Tsavo National Park, established in 1948, is a realm where nature's rule is absolute. Spanning over vast territories, it's home to the formidable Big Five: lions, leopards, elephants, buffalo, and rhinos. Its untamed landscapes, part of Africa's majestic wilderness, serve as a backdrop to Ayub's incredible journey. While a sanctuary for diverse wildlife, the park is also known for human-wildlife conflicts, a testament to the delicate balance between humans and nature in this region. On a day like any other in January 2023, young Ayub, living in Asa Village in Makueni County, ventured with his brothers to tend to their family's cattle, a routine deeply ingrained in those who lived near Tsavo. Little did anyone know that this day would begin an extraordinary saga of survival. As evening approached and a downpour veiled the park, Ayub was separated from his brothers, alone in the embrace of Tsavo's wilderness. The search for Ayub would soon mobilize a community and conservationists, drawing attention to a child's plight against the odds of nature's formidable forces. Roan Carr-Hartley, a seasoned pilot with Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, played a pivotal role in this tale. As a conservationist dedicated to preserving Kenya's natural heritage and wildlife, Roan's involvement in the search for Ayub would steer the narrative towards hope. For 5 days, Roan and a team of dedicated individuals scoured the park, each passing day intensifying the urgency of their mission. On the 6th day, Roan spotted a tiny figure amidst the vastness of Tsavo from his aircraft. There stood Ayub, a symbol of innocence and resilience. His survival in such unforgiving conditions was nothing short of miraculous. The search party, guided by Roan's keen eyes, finally reached Ayub, marking an emotional reunion with humanity. Ayub's return was a personal victory for him and his family, and a moment of collective joy and relief for the entire community. The images captured by Roan, showing Ayub's rescue, spoke volumes about the ordeal he had endured and the collective effort that brought him back home. The aftermath of Ayub's rescue brought about profound changes. His family, overwhelmed with gratitude, renamed him Roan to honor the pilot who played a crucial role in his survival. The community's awarding of a goat to Roan symbolized their deep appreciation and respect for his efforts. Ayub's tale transcends mere survival. It's a narrative enriched with the themes of human connection, the kindness of strangers, and the relentless spirit of a child against the backdrop of nature's grandeur. In Tsavo National Park, where the wild reigns supreme, a young boy's story of survival adds a heartening chapter to its legacy, reminding us of the incredible resilience within the human spirit. On a fateful day in April 2015, the Shambrook family was nestled in the embrace of Victoria's Lake Eildon National Park, where the beauty of nature was meant to be the backdrop for family bonding and peaceful moments. 11-year-old Luke Shambrook, with his gentle nature and curious spirit, was among those relishing the freedom that such an open space provided. The day was unfolding like any other in the campgrounds of Candlebark, with laughter and lighthearted conversations filling the air. Luke, a boy whose world was painted in unique shades by his autism, found joy in the little things others might overlook. His condition made him perceive the world differently, adding a layer of profound innocence to his interactions with his surroundings. On this day, however, the very trait that made Luke so special would also render him especially vulnerable. As the morning progressed, Luke wandered a little away from the campsite, drawn perhaps by the allure of the bushland's hidden wonders, or the simple pleasure of exploration. The area, vast and teeming with the untamed beauty of dense underbrush and towering trees, was a natural magnet for a curious child. But in a heartbreaking twist of fate, it became a maze from which Luke could not find his way back. His disappearance was not immediately noticed, The tranquility of the setting and the family's engagement in their camping activities masked his absence. The alarm was raised only when a silence, unusual and heavy, fell upon the group. Luke was missing. The realization struck with the force of a physical blow, sending waves of panic through the hearts of the family. The search began frantically. Shouts of Luke's name pierced the stillness of the national park. Each call met with silence. The family's initial efforts to locate him quickly spiraled into a desperate plea for help as the park's vastness became apparent. With his limited ability to communicate and his unfamiliarity with danger, Luke had vanished into the embrace of the wilderness. The day had turned on its head, the serene setting now a vast expanse of uncertainty. Once bound by the joy of their outing, the family was now united in a singular, harrowing purpose: to find Luke. As the hours ticked by, the gravity of the situation set in. Luke was alone in the wilderness, caught between his innocent curiosity and the daunting reality of nature's indifference. They combed the national park tirelessly, aided by campers and civilian volunteers who came in droves, drawn by the boy's plight. The discovery of his beanie near Devil's Cove was a glimmer of hope, a tangible piece of him that suggested he had wandered away from the water. Amid the sprawling search effort, it was the keen eye of Acting Sergeant Brad Pascoe from the police air wing that spotted the nearly invisible flash in the dense scrub. The helicopter turned, hearts pounding as the crew zoomed in on what appeared to be a small, solitary figure. It was Luke, sitting on sloped ground, a sight that brought tears and relief in equal measure. The moment of discovery was charged with emotion. Luke, found off Skyline Road about 3 kilometers from where he had last been seen, was a testament to survival. His body bore the marks of his ordeal: exhaustion, hypothermia, dehydration, and the countless mosquito bites and scratches from thorn bushes that told the silent story of his 6-day struggle in the wilderness. Rescuers wrapped him in a foil blanket, a symbolic gesture of warmth and protection, as they offered him water and a bread roll. Luke's inability to communicate did not diminish the miracle of his survival. He had navigated steep rocks and dense scrub, enduring cold nights with temperatures as low as 3 degrees Celsius, all while his speech limitations cloaked the details of his incredible journey in mystery. As Luke was stretchered out, his mother's kiss and the foil blanket wrapped around him became symbols of a family reunited against the odds. The community's joy was palpable. Their relief echoed in the songs and dances that greeted Luke's return.